Hello guys, this is Lorena. I'm back with another Duel Links video, and I just want to say this. There's a big difference between play 60 duels and win X number of duels. So basically, I have to win 40 times. Why am I only just now noticing this? This is going to drive me nuts. But okay, I'll do it. So I basically decided to use level 20 to just get those easy wins, and then I'm going to go to level 40 to get the points and all that. It's really annoying that I have to actually win because, come on, I know I lose a lot, but that's also why I want to unlock my favorite characters without having to destroy myself in order to do it. But if that is what I must pay, if that is the price I must pay to get what I desire, then so be it. So be it. Yeah, at least I didn't just make a contract with an alien cat hybrid from outer space. You guys see that, right? Alright, you see that? You guys can't see it. Why? That thing is right next to me. It's staring into my eyes with its... Okay, I guess you guys don't even... I guess that's not funny. But, you know, it's better than, well, whatever. So, I recently got back into Magia Record, so I made a Magia Record reference, but I think this is worse. I say as millions of magical girls in Magia Record are like screaming and just attacking each other. Okay, well, I don't think it's actually millions, but I mean the mobile app can only fit in so many girls, so there's that. So I've been thinking about this channel, and I've been thinking about this channel a lot. And I'm trying to upload the videos I recently recorded, and YouTube is taking forever. I mean, come on, the current video I'm trying to upload is only like 21 minutes. Why is it taking so long? I'm pretty sure it's going to fail to upload, so I haven't tried to upload anything else. But I now have the videos separated by days, and I recorded like 5 videos on August 31st. What? Why did I do that? Am I sane? Actually, I probably was before I made those videos. My turn is over. And if you're wondering why I'm building 3 again, well, it's because I have a lot that I need to get done. But I need to distract myself from what I just had to go through. I have to distract myself because I went through a lot of torture, okay? I don't have time. I don't have time to just explain everything. I mean, you guys don't want to hear about everything anyway, because I guarantee you would all be disgusted. I have a limit here, and that limit, well, I'm not going to say what the limit is, but I'm not going to just say anything and everything just because I can. I've got this limit, yeah, so, while I may be a sadistic bitch while dueling certain people over Duel Links, well, guess what? I don't take I could be a bitch in Duel Links, but I am not going to subject anyone to the horror that is more disturbing aspects of existence, or at the very least well, like I said, I just don't want to talk about it, but at the same time, I was like, that was disgusting. So now that I'm back, I may as well duel as many times as I can to get my mind off whatever horror awaits me after this. I mean, there is a lot on my mind right now. But today is Friday, and now I know that thank God it's Friday has been criticized by a certain channel I watch, and it's like you don't want to say that for some reason. I kind of forgot what the reason is, but thank God it's Friday is like, yes, please. The weekend is my time. It is my break. I get to live. But really, I just have issues. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go to level 10. Make it as easy as possible so I can just get on with this. I don't really want to duel Trey 40 times, but I said I will do it. So I will do it. But seriously, I need all those points, so I really don't see the need to just... Well, okay, I guess this game does require more skill than some of the other games I play. Not going to mention them by name, but regardless. Alright, let's go. This card I just played actually sucks now. I don't care that it sucks though, because right now I'm just trying to get those 40 wins. And I mean, they better come quickly. I do not want this to take so long that, well, yeah. So I bet you guys are wondering, why do I care about having to win 40 times? This event isn't even ending tomorrow or whatever. Well, I've got plenty of time to get those wins in, but I'm very impatient. Yeah, I am very impatient, so that's why I'm going through this now. Also, I don't have anything else to do right now. And that's a lie. I actually have a lot I could be doing right now, but I would rather do this right now. I'd rather do this. You know, playing a card game is one of the simplest pleasures of life. It's one of the most simple things you can enjoy. I wish I could do it more often, but eventually I'll have to get to work. And by work, I mean actually doing things that are, I mean actually writing instead of just playing card games all day. I don't really think I could play card games all day as a career. I mean, I've already had a taste, and I'm like, no, that will not work for me. So, I mean, it's nice that I've been recording a lot of videos about me playing a children's card game, but I could not do that. I cannot keep doing this forever. So, my channel will eventually have to expand to greater horizons. And by that, I mean I will have to do things besides play Duel Links and uploading those Duel Links videos to YouTube. That is a good thing. I have to move on at some point. But alongside that, I also have a lot to go. I also have a lot to process. I've been dealing with a lot. We're talking Yusaku levels of a lot. And if you think that I am not going through Yusaku levels of a lot, well, I am. It's frustrating. So frustrating. Just the pure rage I feel inside. It doesn't die. It just lingers, and I think I just I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get rid of it. So I play this card game to distract myself, and every weekend I vent. Every weekend I completely vent about everything that bothers me during the week, and now I have almost reached that moment when I can do it again, where I can vent my frustration and not have to deal with the punishment that awaits. You know, it sounds like I'm being very dramatic, but trust me, I will explain this, but it's not going to be pretty. It will not be a pretty explanation. It will be the kind of explanation that haunts your nightmares. And if it actually is a topic of your nightmares, then that was not a good joke. I apologize if certain things are actually part of your nightmares and I end up talking about something that you dream about on the regular. Yeah, I don't want to be that kind of person, but I can't predict what I can't predict what kind of people will be watching my videos. Okay, it's time for a hope to come out. Utopia, join me and give me hope that I currently lack. Now, why do I lack hope? Well, because I had to exceed someone at first. I can't exceed summon Utopia and say that I've got hope. Come on, that doesn't work. I have to exceed summon first, and then I say I have hope. Okay, but there's actually a lot that I can't go into, and it's a pain in the ass. I mean, come on. I'm just going to be sitting here massacring 3 until I'm ready to let him get revenge. I mean, he'll need revenge eventually, so I'll give it to him later. Of course, he actually has to work for that revenge. I'm not just gonna I won't just hand him a free win. I don't do that. I never do anything like that. If you want to defeat me, then do it right. It's not even that hard for 3, apparently. And I know that I keep calling him 3 when it says Trey on screen, but I can't help it. Okay. And I am so tired. And not the kind of tired you're thinking of either. I mean, I'm not tired as in I have to go to sleep. I'm tired of other things. But there's nothing I can do about it. So instead, I play this card game to get my mind off the horror of everyday life. Yeah. I can't even elaborate right now. I have to wait. I hate that. I have this policy that I just don't cause drama. I don't know how well that's going to hold up in the future, but yeah. I don't like to cause drama. Now, I can respond to drama if I'm not the one that caused it, but there's also a limit to that. I don't respond to everything that I don't respond to all drama, just some of it. it has to be appropriate too. I can't just respond and just feel the fire. Alright, my opponent's attacking me directly. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to draw a monster next turn. This turn. Oh yes, I drew a what? You know, I was so afraid my opponent was about to just destroy the card I drew. But all he did was deal me some damage. Anyway, I've had a very interesting week. I mean, not gonna lie, it has been very, very interesting. But I think it's time for it to end. All things must eventually end. All things must eventually move to the next step. Well, whatever. I don't even know where I was going with this. I'm pretty sure I had something in mind, but I just forgot. As I duel 3, or Trey if you prefer, I do have something that's a bit more pleasant to talk about. I still need to finish my V Avatar's clothing. So I have some plans for that. As soon as I get all of the videos open that still haven't been... all the videos open? Okay. After I get all the videos uploaded and or scheduled, I'm planning to work on my V Avatar some more to get it to level 2. Oh, that's right. I said level 2, so I level up, but not by much, because I don't really expect anything super impressive from my first completed V Avatar. I mean, the hair still looks like a mess. I'm gonna try to fix it, but no promises. Now, all these wins are going to blow up in my face later. 3 is going to be like, okay, time to kill you, over and over and over and over and over. Oh, wait. 3 isn't like that, that's 4. Well, that doesn't matter, because 3 is still going to kick my ass, regardless. Now, I mean, you guys saw it earlier, or at least you will see it. Yeah, I believe him when he says that now. Of course, 4 is going to be so much harder to duel against. And, actually, if I'm right, I think I got V's, I think I got Quentin's number earlier today. Wow, I actually said the dumb name there. You know, it's very awkward to just, oh, I'm going to pronounce this letter. Yeah, very awkward. Very awkward. Okay. I don't know when I'm gonna have I'm not gonna know when I've actually beaten him 40 times, but I can be pretty certain that I have not reached that point yet. I hope that I have at least reached around 15, maybe 16, 17 wins. But I still have a ways to go. I swear, I am just so mad. I mean, it's difficult to understand why, but I mean, if you guys could know, I think you'd wish you didn't. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, my life is not as glorious as it may seem. I'm pretty privileged, but aside from all the privilege that you can see, I still have a lot of issues. And a lot of those issues are just coming to the surface now. And, you know, I take a long time to process issues and move on. So let's see how long it takes me to move on from whatever bullshit's coming up next. I haven't bothered doing any ranked fights today. I just haven't been in the mood. Well, I probably won't be in the mood tomorrow either, but there is a significant chance I could change my mind. Now, if only I could read properly, good lord. Anyway, I expect missions of this kind to be, I expect the 4 event to be pretty similar to this one. Although I expect more struggling in the 4 event. Seriously, sometimes I want to destroy 4 and sometimes I don't. But most of the time I see him, I just look at him and I'm like, you know, you have the face of someone that needs to just get his ass kicked. Actually, how far have I gotten so far? I bet I've only done like 4. But I also have to make sure these are counting. Okay, I'm almost halfway there. Excuse me! Duel Links, you have issues. My computer has more issues, but whatever. You've got all the issues. Come on, man, put yourself together. Although, to be honest, it's probably just my computer. I mean, at this rate, I'm going to need a new computer before the year ends because I keep recording long videos. It's stupid. Like, it may be easy to say, well, how about you just make shorter videos? But I don't think that's going to happen right now. Because I still have to upload the current videos I've recorded. Plus this one. And now I am starting to run out of that early momentum, so I think things will eventually start to move on to more serious videos. But right now, I'm actually trying to wait until my first VTuber avatar has been completed. After that, I want to make an introduction video for my channel. Obviously, of course, I definitely have to finish my avatar first, and I need more hair. Well, rather than need more hair, I just need this hair to be better. Now, I see these tutorials on YouTube and I'm like, I wish my computer was good enough to reference these while doing it. But every time I try to follow those tutorials while using VRoid Studio, my computer just like, pick one, not both. And I'm just thinking, oh god. So my hair is this horrible monstrosity because I can't just reference these YouTuber videos. And a lot of those tutorials are really good. Although I haven't exactly done the best job of duplicating how good they are, so the quality is lower. However, it is worth noting that I've made some progress. You can see that while my hair does look awful, it's still hair. And you guys can see that I've changed some colors and stuff. And increase the bust size past what's normal. I'm probably going to shrink it. I think that might be part of what's bothering me about this outfit. But I made my VTuber model taller. And I tried everything I could do to make it seem more natural. But apparently, that's just not how things work. Although I'm hoping that when I'm finished with my VTuber avatar, that the design actually is a lower file size than it is right now. The lower, the better. I mean, right now at least. By the end of the year, maybe I'll have to try maybe at the end of the year, if I have to get a new computer, I'll have to invest in a better avatar. Of course, a better avatar would mean that I can actually reference tutorials while I'm using V8 Studio. I would love being able to do that. But I also haven't decided if I'm going to be asking for a new laptop. I mean, I did ask for one, like, for my birthday this year, but I decided not to get one. And I think that was the right choice to make. However, now that I've decided to start uploading videos to YouTube, I'm like, I've noticed how big these videos are. I've seen sizes in GB. Yeah, that's how big some of these files are. And I'm kind of concerned here because while I do have a lot of hard drive space left, that may not last. I may get to December and I'll be like, I'm running out of hard drive space, and I'll be like, by the way, I've started a YouTube account, and now my current laptop is full of a bunch of those videos. So that's what happened. That's why I'm low on space. And I'll probably hear like, what? You've made that many videos in just 4 what? Yeah, it's wild. I'm really going to surprise some people. Probably even myself. But I don't really think that it's going to get that extreme. I mean, the early momentum was, well, I was sort of new. I'm still sort of new. What am I talking about? Well, still, I don't think I'm going to be making videos like I have been lately. Well, at least not for a while. Which I think is good because my voice needs a break. And 2, I think YouTube, I think I need to wait until the videos I schedule are done uploading. Of course, while that's going on, I'll probably decide to make more. At least 1 or 2 while the schedule is ongoing. I mean, I still have to do 4's event. And I did joke about whether or not Quentin's next. I have no idea if that's actually going to be the case, but I mean, there's a 4 event coming out later in September, and I'm like, interesting. We just got a 3 event, and Quattro is next. I wonder who's after Quattro. Yeah, I don't know, but I've got Quentin's number apparently. That's not the number I was trying to pull, Duel Links. That's not what I was trying to go for, but whatever. Anyway, I do intend to go through every single pack, which I'm sure sounds like insanity, but while it is insanity, I think it's the right kind of insanity. Listen, I said I was going to give for his actual deck. I said I was going to start building gimmick puppets with him, so in order to live up to that, I need gimmick puppets. What am I going to do with 4 if I don't use his gimmick puppets? Like, why would I want to? Why would I just not give that to him? Although you may be thinking, how is 4 one of your favorite characters when you keep roasting him alive? And I've got something to say to that. Well, you see, There was a time when I was a very different person. There was a time when instead of roasting my favorite characters, I would actually fangirl over them. That time has passed. So now every time a character that I might fangirl over comes up, I just roast them. I roast all of them. Of course, sometimes I roast characters that actually deserve to be roasted. And sometimes I roast characters I actually do legitimately hate. So that does make things a bit more complicated to figure out. Really, it does. And because you can't tell if I actually hate a character or not, just based off the fact that I just have to roast characters all the time. Well, why do I have to roast characters all the time? Well, I'll tell you. I believe it is a coping mechanism because I cannot express that roast in real life. I can roast characters because their feelings will not get hurt. I can roast all kinds of fictional characters because they are not going to scream at me. They are not going to try to get revenge. They are not going to try to hurt me. Although, if some of the characters I've roasted did learn that I was roasting them, they would hurt me. But we don't care about that information. In any case, I really don't like roasting real people. I mean, some people I feel like deserve to be roasted, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be the one doing it. Hold on. I almost ended my turn and that would have been disturbing. This rock has been my actual rock. Yeah, this guy's a rock. He's not the best. I mean, he's not the kind of rock that I can lean on to win every duel, but he's nice. I like him. He's a nice rock. Very reliable indeed. But he definitely has his weaknesses, like having 0 defense, for example. Better not dual Chaz with this one. I'm almost halfway there. Almost halfway there. I know I'm halfway done with getting to 60 duels against him, but after that, I still had to win a certain amount of times against him. And then I can finally move on to his level 40 self and just grind until I can finish all the episodes. Although I already know a good bit about the Arclight brothers, I think that having an event involving them in this game is very neat and very cool, and I like it. Alright. I'm going to be at this forever, but I mean, as long as it's level 10, as long as it's level 10, I think I'll be okay. I just had to get some of the grinding out of the way, and then I can focus on the episode points, and then I can focus on just that. Of course, ideally, I'll actually win some of the duels I have against him at level 40. I mean, I don't have to anymore, but it would be idealistically. I mean, I would love if that happened at least once or twice again. And now, as a new player, I do realize I don't have a very big advantage. I mean, a level 40 is hard. I mean, a lot of players are probably like, wait, what? Are you serious? Dude, beating this guy at level 40 is nothing. He's one of the easiest characters to beat ever. Well, I'm over here like, well, sorry, I'm a new player, so I don't think that. I'm also still new in Magyar or Japanese because in that version I haven't made as much progress. But I think I'm more competitive there than I am here. Although I have actually won some duels here and there. Still, I've got a lot that I need to do before I can actually consider myself anywhere near good. Okay. Time to attack you. So get ready. Okay, my turn's over. My biggest disappointment when I unlocked Zale World was not seeing the Arclight brothers. I think the Arclight brothers aren't there. Why? And my other disappointment was no Baryons. I'm like, dude, I basically dropped this game because of lack of storage space, and they are still not in the game. I'm doing my best here, but listen, I don't keep track of timelines very well. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. Probably you've noticed. I don't think I'm hiding much. Now, there are some characters that I am not looking forward to. And now, if you want to know who those characters are, well, too bad. You can't learn that today. I'll tell you when they're released. Okay, I've won 20 duels. Oh god, now I have to win 20 more times. This is the most nightmarish thing I've ever been forced to accomplish. But I have to do it. I have to. It is my goal in life. I should probably have other goals while I'm at it. And I do. But I need a break. I've been going through so much lately that just sitting here having a card game and losing on playing the card game, I would rather that be the worst thing going on for me. But there's actually a lot going on. I try to ignore everything going on in the background, but that does not always work. And now, I don't have anything I can summon. Alright, I end my turn. They have to win 20 more times, and I know this is repetitive, so I may not even upload this. But I'm also thinking of uploading this. I mean, it's just a video about me doing 3, so I'll be like, this is me doing 3 part 2. And people can just decide if they have the energy to deal with that. I'm pretty sure the video that no one is going to watch is that video where I recorded for 5 hours. I don't really believe anyone is going to be looking at that one. But I was proud of it. I needed to have it somewhere. I mean, when you're proud of something, you want to show people that too, right? I mean, you would. Why wouldn't you? Okay, and what does this guy do? I have no idea. I am going to summon. I'm going to summon. Okay, there we go. Summon. Okay, well. It's time to go. Alright, I'm going to take that one out first. And now I gain life points. I love that spell, but in ranks, my opponent would just be like, hell no. That card is being destroyed. I hate it. And you know what? If I was fighting this deck, I'd hate it too. But it is kind of a hit or miss if I'm going to win or not. So I don't think a lot of players really care about this archetype. Or these cards, really. I think most people are just like, there's better out there. And they're right, there is. But I really, really love this archetype. And I don't want every archetype I play to just, oh, this is meta, so I'm going to use it. Come on, I have to have my own personality and taste. I can't just play the meta and that's it. Although sometimes I definitely will be playing the meta. I will be playing the meta at times because, well, sometimes what I want to play is part of the meta. Yeah, shocking, right? Shocking. Okay, and he's lost again. But guess what? I'm not done. I am not anywhere near done. 50% completion, no, that's not close to being done at all. Yuma is getting close to level 20. I got Kaiba to level 20 earlier. I don't remember if I showed that off in the video or not. But it's definitely not, it definitely hasn't been posted to YouTube, so there's that. Okay. While this is torture, I must admit that it's less torturous than what I've been dealing with outside of this game. Like, losing is basically where it's at. Losing, that's very low stakes. You lose a card game, okay, well, this is reality, so I don't lose much by losing a duel. But I've got so much going on and so many plans, and I'm just going around trying to figure out everything and how I'm going to do shit, and it's stressful. It's very stressful. Okay. I wonder when I'm going to actually be done with this. And when I have 3 unlocked, I have to actually complete some other missions too. Alright, I draw. While I may seem very exhausted, I must be honest. I'd rather be exhausted while playing a card game than exhausted for other reasons. Just saying. I mean, last year I was basically like, I feel like I'm a shonen protagonist up against the final boss. And then later I was like, I feel like I'm a shonen protagonist that just beat the final boss. And yeah, that actually was legit. I actually did feel that way. Some days I still feel that way because I just, you know, I have this weird compulsion to just type random bullshit all the time. I've noticed that I started talking a lot, typing a lot more, and just overall, more is leaving my mouth than ever before. And it's like, I'm trying to tone that down a bit. Not everything has to be novel-sized. I think most people out there would prefer if not everything was novel-sized. But sometimes that's where I go. Sometimes that's what I do. Okay, here we go. I was actually going to spare you guys seeing me Duel 3 again, but I mean, if this video ends up on YouTube, you know that I took it back. I still have to work on the other content for this channel. As in, I've got more planned besides just Duel Links. I mean, I can milk the franchise dry with as many things as I can possibly respond to. I can talk about my experiences with it as I grew up and even as I matured as a young adult. And even as I grow into a mature adult. I don't feel like a mature adult. I don't. I feel like I'm like, 22 or something. But there's also this weird feeling that while I may feel like I'm like 22, it feels like I'm just so much older than that because of my issues. It's like, God, I feel like I'm too old for this shit. But I'm not too old for some of this stuff. I still have to start doing a lot of shit. You know what? This card was funny when I put it in there, but I really need to take it out. Like, who even uses that card? I mean, most people probably are of the opinion that it sucks. I agree with that opinion. I mean, if you have nothing, if there's something, if using that card can somehow make you win the entire duel, then that may be the one exception, but a card like that is very situational. It does not win you much of anything. Basically, you get rid of your entire hand, play that card, and you lose everything. Your opponent could still have cards in their hand, so they're like, okay, my field's destroyed, so what? Your opponent does not give a rat's ass if you use that card. If you use it, you're basically saying, I do not care about winning this duel. And when I duel, I often intend to say, I want to win. And even if someone finishes me off pretty quickly, I'm still going to try to win. If my opponent has the better deck, fine. But I really, really love to win. And now, after I'm done uploading YouTube and all that, I have to start thinking more in depth about the videos I have to create that aren't just YouTube videos. As I'm sure you guys probably imagine, I haven't edited videos yet. Well, I have to start editing videos if I want them to be any good. It's okay to make videos like this, but I also need to, I need to try harder than this. I need to be known for something. I have no idea what this is. It's like a dungeon, moving through a dungeon. At first I thought you needed skill, and I'm just like, oh god. But then I realized, it seems like this goes by itself. What is going on? Okay, I'm gonna go look at these missions. Okay. Alright, so basically I have to summon number 6 3 times. And also finish my opponent off with number 6. Okay, sounds easy enough. I mean, the hard part is just winning. Hey, what? Play one duel. Well, that does help significantly, but I just don't want it. I just don't want to do that. I've only dueled 3 times. And now, to be honest, 40 wins is not difficult to get. If I had an account that was a bit more, if my account was older than it is, I would probably be like, this is so easy. I've been playing for so long. I'm gonna kick his ass. And I mean, I was like that at first, but then, yeah, he was the first person I ever dueled at level 40. I wasn't sure that I could do it, but I was like, I have to do it. I have to if I want what I want. So to prove my resolve, I kept going over and over and over. With every defeat, I still came back and I still tried and I won. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people. I mean, actually, I don't know how long it's going to be before my channel gets any visibility whatsoever. But I have to remember to stay true to myself and who I am. And I cannot sacrifice that regardless of how many subscribers I get. Regardless of how many haters are like, what the hell, your videos suck. I have to keep going. This is where I'm expressing myself, so I cannot stop. And I can't sacrifice who I am just because I've got one more subscriber. And I'm not doing that. I have considered linking this channel to some people that have asked for it later. But I'm not sure if I'm ready yet because I don't think that the content I have uploaded would appeal to them. And just saying, I want to make sure that, yeah, I love anime, I love certain games, I love all sorts of things, but at the end of the day, I still experience weird shit. That weird shit isn't the same kind of weird shit that a lot of people would experience. And at the end of the day, the average anime fan and the average gamer just, they're not going to resonate with some of the shit I've experienced. So I have to keep in mind that where my audience is, I've got to take into account that I'm probably going to have to prioritize the spiritual side of things. This does not mean I have to stop making all these videos for the links. This does not mean I can't post anime videos. This doesn't mean I can't play any games. And basically, all this means is I have to pick an audience, and I have to, I can cover for both, but not everything I post is going to appeal to everyone that may potentially want to subscribe. I've got to be okay with that. I have to be able to handle it well, and without being a complete jackass about it. And let's be fair, I do realize that there's a lot I've got a lot to discuss on this channel, but I really do want I want this channel to be where I can have some fun. There are some serious things to talk about, some serious things to go over, some legitimately serious content, but at the end of the day, I need this platform to be something where enjoyment is had. And that is my goal for the channel overall. I realize that's not necessarily going to be as easy as me just saying it. But that's because, well, I've got to express myself as I am here. Obviously, though, it's going to be a while before I actually see my subscriber number go up. And I'm completely fine with that. I can wait. I should be okay with waiting. My channel is new. And no one is entitled to, I'm not entitled to getting subscribers. But I hope that I do get some eventually. And there's a campaign bonus, which I still don't understand, but I mean, I like the bonus. Wonder if this is the campaign bonus. Okay. I still have a lot to go. I still have a long way to go. At least that's how it feels. I should do some ranked duels just for the currency to keep beating him, just to keep fighting him at level 40. Because I want those episodes. I want to see them. Show me them. And I say as I continue to ignore whatever happens in any Vanguard Zero event that's ever shown off. Yeah, well, Vanguard Zero does not seem to be as good as Duel Links. It doesn't seem to be that successful. And you know why I believe this game is more successful? It isn't even about how long the game has been around. It's not about the card game being older or anything like that. It's because in ranked duels there's more interaction between you and your opponent, and in Vanguard Zero there's very limited interaction, so not a lot of players like that. Personally, I'm lazy, so I'm fine with it, but if there was more interaction, I think getting Psyqualia might be a bit easier. Okay, summon your monster. I want to go back to fighting him at level 40, but I don't have it in me right now. I mean, especially when I know that I have to beat him just 40 times. You know, having to win is where I'm just... Can I just play the game and not care about wins? I mean, I can try to win, but I don't want to obsess over it. And, you know, I have been obsessing over winning because that's who I've become now. I'm competitive, and I guess that just means things. Okay. I'm gonna see how much progress I've made so far. Okay, not even 10 duels left. I have to do 14 more duels. And I am posting this to YouTube, by the way. I mean, no one has to watch it, but I'm going to post it. Actually, yeah, no one has to watch my videos, but I highly suspect if I later get subscribers, it'll be because I've got better videos. It won't be because I've been playing Duel Links. Duel Links isn't going to draw in subscribers. Actual proper video content will draw in subscribers. But since I do follow some YouTubers, and since I do comment on Yu-Gi-Oh videos that are made by content that is dominantly related to Yu-Gi-Oh, I do suspect that eventually my content may show up in the related videos, and I'm just thinking that would be awkward if my presence on a video is just has that kind of effect. I mean, obviously, YouTube wants to send you related content, right? Well, if I make a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh content, then that means that's related to the Yu-Gi-Oh. That's related to Yu-Gi-Oh, and that gives people a reason to. That gives YouTube a way to just. Well, basically, what I'm trying to say is YouTube is. It can see that my content is related to the content I just watched, and the content that a lot of other people that watch that same video watch, and the content will eventually be in the related video section, and I'll be like, sorry about that, guys. I love this franchise. That's what this is about. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, and I'm fine with that. As I said, I'm always fine with that. Because I'm not here to I'm not here because I want a bunch of subscribers. And now, do I want subscribers? Well, yes, but I'm not going to go nuts over, please subscribe to this video. Please subscribe if you like this content. Please like this video if you want more of this content. I don't know if I'll ever turn into one of those people, but if I do, just know that it's not. I mean, know that it's very, very common for YouTubers to do that. And because it's so common, I might just end up doing the same thing. I mean, most of the YouTubers I've seen do that. Now there's maybe one that doesn't, and I have huge props to that guy. I give him huge credit for being able to, for having a relatively successful channel, without saying please like and subscribe if you like this video. I also like that this same person does not have sponsors. And now I do think it's interesting to see how people take their sponsors and their take on making it relate to their content. But at the same time, it's still nice when someone is like, I do not need sponsors to have a good channel. I don't think I'll ever use sponsors, to be honest. That just sounds like more than I want to deal with. Like, if you want to support me, that's fine, but I'm not the kind of person to just have sponsors. I mean, come on. I mean, it would be funny to have some pretend sponsors, like, this video is sponsored by so and so that didn't actually sponsor me. I just want to say that I like this content. So head on over to that channel and like the content that I also like. Oh, and by the way, if you don't like the content, that's fine. I just wanted you to know that I like this content, and I'm hoping that you like it too. I don't really know if I want to actually go through with that kind of sponsor. I mean, it's a joke, but I don't know if I want to draw attention to myself that way. I mean, what if the YouTuber hears about it? Yeah, I'm still trying to stay relatively off the radar for now. I mean, part of that is just because I'm aware of what I've experienced and the kind of thing I've got planned in the future, and I'm like, I'm not so sure about posting that content if I decide I want to get invested with these other YouTubers. Like, I don't think I should have some grand dream of interacting with my favorite YouTubers or anything like that. I think I think there needs to be a distance there. Although that distance is very difficult when you have a channel that basically releases similar content that you do. Yeah, that does become a great deal more difficult, doesn't it? I may not stay off the radar very long I keep making Duel Links content like this. But trust me, I am making some serious videos in the future. I've got a lot planned, but I also want to start writing. Like before, like, I have to write. I have to. I mean, it'll be November in no time, and I haven't even prepared for that. Alright, let's see if I draw a monster. I did. I drew a monster. That was awesome. I liked drawing that monster. Okay, guess what? I'm going to activate this. And I really love stealing my opponent's monsters, by the way. I'm sure they hate when I do that, but I love doing it. It's hilarious. Okay, intern. Well, anyway, as I was saying before, I love stealing my opponent's monsters. Now, when they steal mine, all gloves are off. The gauntlet has been thrown. But when I do it, oh, that is the best move I could ever make. You are going down. And then I just keep doing that over and over. I mean, seriously, if you use Raigeki, you're like, I just kicked this guy's butt. But then, if someone uses Raigeki on you, you're like, hell no, hell no. And you bring out any spell nullification strategy you've got. I'm sure there's something out there that makes Raigeki less of a threat. I've had some good cards nullified, so I'm sure that Raigeki isn't that much of a threat. I wish it was more of a threat. Well, I don't know. It's kind of broken. It's kind of time to admit that some of those cards I really love don't really have a purpose anymore. Though I can't remember for my life I can't remember for the life of me if Raigeki is banned again. I know at one point I learned that it's not banned anymore, but maybe it's banned again. I just don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the ban list. I don't feel like I need to. I mean, this game keeps up with it for me, so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If you guys think if you guys can just, I bet you guys can just feel that I'm losing my mind. You guys can just sense it, and if you can sense it, well, you're right. I am losing my mind. I am going nuts. Like, I may love a character, but that does not mean I want to duel them a million times. I'm gonna hate when I have to do this with 4 because I expect I will have to do it for 4 as well. And I'm gonna be like, why? Why? I have no idea how dueling against V will go, but I expect suffering there too. Maybe not as much. I mean, I do have Quentin's number, so there is that. But I mean, I love so many monsters, but I also love so many Exceed monsters. I love so many of those monsters. I don't know why. Maybe I just like the thought of using these. I don't know. I can't explain it. But when I said something about, well, there was something where I mentioned 900 something, 9,000 something, and the joke was actually about 99 something. Yeah. The funny part about that is what I vaguely remember is it kind of made it seem like I went I went to more extremes to create numbers than the barbarians did. I went way past 100. In fact, I went past 500. And later I went past 5,000. It was stupid. Also, I've actually noticed that sometimes my hair still blends into the background. This breaks my soul. Okay, no it doesn't. But it does make me feel like, oh god, I have to deal with that. I have to make it lighter? Come on, why? But I still have to fix the hair anyway, so there's not really much to complain about. Alright, nice. I'm going to steal that card, by the way. Oh god, that card sucks. And you say is over here giving me a whatever kind of star he gives people that insults cards. Like, let's say and you say, I love cards that suck too, but when a card really sucks, I have to mention it. Like, I'm sure there are people far younger. I'm sure there are people far younger than me that are like, I think there are people younger than me that would look at my deck and be like, your deck sucks. You really need to do something about that. And I'd be like, I don't have to do shit. Alright, and he loses again. You know, making this video may be fun to upload just so people know how much I've suffered. But I really don't expect this to get many views. In fact, I'm just waiting for a video that does end up getting a lot of views. Now, what are a lot of views for me? Well, for me, a lot of views, maybe 10. Come on, guys, I'm just starting. I can't expect too much. Okay, okay, I've got 11 duels left. My sanity is draining. Everything I've ever been is going away. I'm being consumed by the dark void. Okay, how long have I been doing this? How long have I been doing this, guy? How long have I been doing this? I've been dueling Trey for over an hour. And I'm not done dueling him yet. This is what pain looks like, guys. This is what pain is. But I wish this was the extent of the pain. I have no choice. I must do what I can to win. I must keep going, and no matter how much pain I end up in from doing all of this, it's still not the full amount of pain that I'm dealing with outside of Duel Links. But I think over time the pain will eventually wear off. I'd rather be doing 3 at his best. But I am just so tired. Alright. Alright. I win! My night has been weird. I don't think there's anything I can say that explains how it's been weird. But trust me, it has been so very weird. Hey, I'm going through so much pain. And I know I keep saying this over and over, but if you've watched this far into the video, then I'm surprised. I'd actually like to know who would watch this video. Can you comment? Can you give your thoughts on the video? What made you decide to keep watching? Yeah. I mean, it's just, when I make certain videos, I'm like, no one would ever want to watch this. Then I end up curious if someone actually does. It makes me want to ask what made them decide they wanted to see it. And when they see that a video is past a certain length and they watch this far into it, it makes me want to know what kept their interest. I mean, I am on a public video platform. While I do know that I'm still under the radar, that platform is still public. People can see what I post. So I keep that in mind. It's not like I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh, I can post anything I want, no problem. No, my content can still be viewed by other people. I still acknowledge that. And this is why I talk like people are watching my videos, even though they probably aren't. And I've gotten some views. I bet all of them are from bots, but I don't care. Although supposedly I do have one subscriber. Still no idea who that is. I'm not really going to investigate who that subscriber is because I don't really have the energy. I don't have the energy to care. Although my curiosity is definitely still there. There you go, Trey. You just lost again. I am being dragged ever deeper into the dark abyss. That is the void. The void is completely swallowing every ounce of sanity that I've got remaining. To regain my sanity, I must go to bed and sleep like a normal person. By the way, I'm not going to be this careless with any future videos, with any future events of this kind. I'm actually going to get some wins instead of just sitting here like, oh, I can just do 60 duels, no problem. It doesn't even matter if I win. No, I'm not going to do that. I've learned my lesson. And it may have been a painful one, but I think it was better learned now rather than later. I mean, this isn't exactly the last second, so that's definitely good. I feel like I'm going to just pass out. I feel like I'm going to pass out because of how much effort this is. Alright, I end my turn. So Saturdays is my all. So Friday nights are my all-nighter night, and this is very temporary. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep doing it over and over until the point my mental health completely just. I'm only doing this temporarily because I got myself interested in something where I had to be up in the morning. I am not a morning person, guys. I am not a morning person. But you know what's terrifying? What's really terrifying? I can pull an all-nighter and still participate actively in what I have chosen to, in what I have selected. When I did that, when I went to that first thing that I, when I first pursued this event, that requires me to be up an hour where I normally would not be. I stayed up all night. I was still actively engaged. And the Saturday where I practiced, I was up even longer than I had to be when practicing. But that's how I knew that I could actually stay up all night and make it. And I don't think I should do that too often. I'm not sure if I'll be doing too many of those videos. I mean, I'm not sure I'll be participating in more events like that, where I just had to get up absurdly early, because unfortunately there's a bit of a conflict there. One person is a morning person, I'm a night owl, so there's a bit of a conflict. And I mean, morning people can be really great. They're very fantastic. That's how society runs. But I'm still a night owl, and nothing can change that. How much more suffering do I have left? By the way, I'm just curious. Okay, 8 more dolls. No problem. No problem. I think it is an issue. I think I'm going to. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. It's only 8 more. It's not like I'm doing math homework or anything. No, really, I'm not doing math homework. I'm not doing math at all. Whenever I have to do math, I'm usually using a calculator. And if you're wondering why I do everything with a calculator, it's because I just hate math so much that even if I can do something in my head, no, this calculator can do it for me. I don't even know why I'm interested in numerology. It's like my brain decided it was time to just torture itself. Okay. Now I can do this. Just breathe. Just breathe. Yes, just breathe. I've never been that big on breathing exercises, but lately I've had to start doing them. I mean, it sounds weird to say I've had to start doing them, but listen, guys, that's kind of where my spiritual journey kicks in. Like, we're not talking about, oh, I've got this magical destiny to fulfill and all that. Well, there is some of that in my belief system as well, but But that's not actually why I had to do breathing exercises. I had to do breathing exercises because one day, the universe was like, okay, listen, you've got this thing on your syllabus, so you will now undergo special training, and this special training requires you to do a bunch of breathing exercises. So just get to that. And oh, and by the way, this special training is it's going to be hard, but don't worry, you've got support, on the internet, and you've got spiritual support. Like, come on, universe, come on. Anyway, I actually, on the off topic, but outside of spiritual stuff, I keep finding holes in my clothing, and I'm like, why? This is the worst time to need new clothes. There's still a virus going around. And I still need the second dose of the coronavirus vaccine. But I am not pleased that I have to. I am not pleased that I seem to need new clothes. Like when I need new clothes, I'm like, well, I just hate new clothes. I hate them. I have to actually go out shopping and find clothes I like, and that's a nightmare. And not to mention, when I do find clothes I like, they also had to come in my size. And come on, that's seriously. Right now, we're transitioning into fall season too, so most of the clothes that I would be picking out would have to be appropriate for autumn and winter. And I'm like, I get hot very easily, so I don't want any long sleeved anything. Although recently a long sleeved shirt or two wouldn't be that bad. So I wonder where those clothes went. Anyway, I'd like to say something else. My drawers, the ones with clothes in them, those drawers are broken. Yeah, that's right. Getting clothes from my dresser is not an easy task. Since the drawers are so broken, I have to make sure that the drawers are upright enough for me to get something out of them, and it's painful. Actually, my room, if I had the guts to show anyone, it's pain. Everyone on the internet would be like, why are you doing that? Even my therapist was like, why do you live under these conditions? And I'm thinking, depression, and anhedonia, and my sweet tooth, and other problems like not having energy, and having an ex that makes me buy things that I don't particularly need, that I once was happy to purchase, and later I just wanted to stop. Wait a minute. Oh god, I brought up my ex. I should not have done that. He could be the subscriber. Oh god. I actually still feel guilty for leaving him, but I had to. I was kind of going off the deep end. I was going batshit. I had to leave for my own health, and I think it was for his benefit as well that I left. Anyway, Anyway, I still love these trading cards I've been purchasing. I don't really have it in my budget to keep buying a bunch of trading cards. I have to stop spending all that money. I've been trying to be more financially responsible and live within my means. Sometimes I'm successful, other times not so much. See my gear record, my purchase history. I definitely spent more than I should have, but I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted, so that's good. And there was something else I was going to mention too. Now let's see, is it Zale related? Okay, I don't think so. Well, I have a room that's a complete disaster. I don't really like people to see me living in these conditions, so I try not to talk about it. Because I'm kind of ashamed to be living like this, but I also don't quite have the energy to fix the problem at this point. And I mean, that sounds like nonsense since I'm making all these videos, but guess what? I can record these videos sitting down. And there's just so much going on with me right now that I'm like, ugh. I don't have the energy to sort through all this bullshit. But I probably should get rid of those, I probably should get rid of some things. I've been trying to clean up around here, but every time I do, it's just like, I still don't think I've got it. I still can't see it. It's not happening. I've got a small room because I stole the one that I stole this room. And now I've got more than this room can handle. It's actually a pain in the ass because I've also got a dead computer on my desk. And it's like, it shouldn't be there anymore. It's dead. I tried to extend its lifespan, but turns out that didn't work. It was almost dead. It was already on its deathbed when I had to get this laptop. And I'm just like, well, my plan failed, but I mean, it may have failed, but what saved me was actually getting all that virus bullshit on it. So basically, the virus prevented me from using the internet, and I tried to keep it off when I wasn't using it. I stopped pirating things so I could rule out, so I could just avoid getting anything else. I mean, actually, I don't know if it was the pirating that got me that virus, because it could have been anything. But yeah, well, it could have been anything. I didn't want to take any chances, so I gave up a life of piracy. Probably temporarily. I mean, I still plan to support people as I can, but if I could support everyone I want to support, I don't have the kind of money that would allow me to do that. It's unfortunate, but I can support here and there. I just may not have the ability to support everyone in the way they should be supported. And also, I don't have a lot of room in my room, so any support that I provide would have to be support that can be paid back through the interwebs. So, do I want to support you? Well, I hope I can use the internet for that because I don't have any room to buy all these anime I love. I mean, let's imagine I wanted to buy One Piece. One Piece. Like, that series probably has 1,000 episodes by now. I haven't checked, by the way. I'm behind, so I'm just guessing it has over one. I'm guessing, but that guess could be wrong. Maybe it's at 9,000. Maybe it's at 999. I don't know. I was actually close to catching up, but I kind of I've started slacking off on that. I have to get back to trying to catch up. But the reason I haven't been catching up is I've had so much on my mind. I just haven't wanted to watch it. And why haven't I been wanting to watch it? Well, I'm not exactly the most normal person out there. I mean, I decided to become a YouTuber on a site that is infamous for mistreating its content creators. And my decision to become a YouTuber is basically on the same level of impulsive as Luffy deciding, hey, I want to kick this guy's ass, so give me enough power to do it. And he's told, you know what would happen if I did that? It would shorten your lifespan. And Luffy's like, I don't care. Give me the ass-kicking power. Okay, that was a pretty dumb reference to a past episode of One Piece. I should probably figure out something that's a better comparison, but Luffy and I do have some things in common. I come up with insane ideas. He comes up with insane ideas that are actually insane. My insane ideas look like completely sane ideas compared to him. I mean, I don't have anywhere near the level of guts that Luffy has. Like, instant respect, but I would not recommend doing half the shit he does. I would never do any of it. Okay, so I have to win 4 more times, and then the torture will be sort of over. You guys have to remember that I have to duel him 60 times. I have to duel him 60 times to unlock him. I also had to finish unlocking episodes which will require me to keep, which is best done when I duel him at level 40. I'm going to hate doing that, but it'll get me the episode points I need to progress through the event. Which is something I want, so yeah. Dueling him so often just at level 40 is going to break me down. But, you know, I can do all the rank duels I want. I can do all the rank duels if I need currency. 4 more wins are necessary. But after that, I still have to duel him enough times to get to 60 wins. But even once I've gotten him to 60 wins, to 60 duels, I still have to make sure I max out on the episode points. And that's going to be so much pain. So much pain. I've been thinking about how to make these videos more interesting, but I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I can make duels sometimes interesting, but Other times, not so much. It might help if I dueled as other people, but I have to work on that later. I do have some plans to level up other characters, but I want to do that after I unlock a bunch of those characters, and then I start gradually working on people. I want to finish some unlocked missions. Okay, he lost again. Ugh. I'd like to just emphasize how tired I am right now of dueling this one person. This is how I feel whenever Kaiba shows up in ranked duels. I'm like, I like Kaiba as a character, but can you guys please stop? And players are like, oh, well, I'm playing Yamayugi, and I'm like, I don't want to duel Yamayugi either. Oh, God. I mean, people obviously play Yamayugi and Kaiba because those are the characters you get to choose from at the beginning of the game. But here's the thing. The people playing as Yamayugi and Kaiba aren't actually newbies. They are playing as Yamayugi and Kaiba long after they have to. Of course, I do make an exception for Dark Side of Dimensions Kaiba because that came out later. I'm not sure how later, but it definitely... You aren't going to have him unlocked if you're a complete noob. I say, as I call myself a noob, and I've got Dark Side of Dimensions Kaiba unlocked. Well, I don't really have much... I haven't progressed much through Dark Side of Dimensions world. This is what pain looks like. Can I please get a monster? It would be so stupid to lose against him at level 10. I'm new. I'm not so new that I don't know how to win. Oh, God. A monster, please, and one I can summon. Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thanks. So, you guys may be wondering why I am playing the game the way I'm playing the game. Well, I'll be honest, I thought about taking a break from recording Duel Links content, but when it comes to my favorite characters, I can't. I have to show that off. So that's why you get to see me doing 3 over and over and over and over and over and over and over. By the way, I am sorry for saying over that many times, but that's also how I feel when Yuma is dueling. I must emphasize, I just really hate when there's so much repetition with one single syllable. It's stupid. I hate it. Just stop. Seriously, just stop. But Yuma's Monsters just has these. I mean, actually, it's not even just Yuma's Monsters. This is sort of a trend that exists in other ways too. It's not just Yuma. It happens in more than it happens. It happens in a lot of places, and it just makes me think, why? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I hate this in my own language too. Like, let's assume I was trying to say ha 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 a certain number of times. I would hate that. It would not be ha ha ha. It would be more like, would you just die? Oh, by the way, I did make a 7th reference there. And actually, I would like the person I just referenced to please just stop existing. Just stop. You're not a threat. I'm not scared of you. I mean, sure, you may have killed someone once, but seriously, just stop. Actually, I wish Sevens had a legitimate threat. Like, I like what Sevens is doing, but a proper threat, please. Like, I've seen some very ridiculous series that still have a bunch of threats. Like Zale was ridiculous in the beginning, but we all know how dark it got. Why can't Simmons just do the same thing? Like, there's no getting darker than Vrains. Vrains is peak darkness. Vrains is as dark as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is ever going to get for the rest of its lifespan. Although, I might be wrong. I actually doubt I'll be wrong, because how can you possibly outdo that? I mean, I guess you could make the main protagonist die, but hold on, guys. Maybe you could make the protagonist die at the end of the series. Well, you could imagine that happened at the end of Vrains. Although you don't actually know if that actually happened or not, because that's open to interpretation. Probably. I wish they'd address this. Hey, Duel Links, can you address this for us, please? Can you tell us what happened to Yuzaku at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains? I'm sure he's still alive somewhere, but he hasn't been seen in months, and his friends didn't bother to get in contact with him. They didn't try. Like, if I had friends like that, I would be like, guys, you guys didn't check on me? What kind of friends are you? One of my closest friends just died, and you're like, and you're just like, that's okay. No. If someone I cared about so deeply died, I would not appreciate my friends just ignoring me. Like, sure, I'd be withdrawing into social isolation because of that, but at least try to contact me. By the way, I'm sorry for spoiling the end of Vrains, but I'm not going to say much more past that. Although, to be honest, well, anyway. I don't think I know how to keep my mouth shut when I'm playing this game. It's like I just talk about every series. Except for Sevens. Well, I mean, I do talk about Sevens, but I don't spoil Sevens. It's like the previous series, I'm like, spoil everything. And like, fans are probably like, dude, stop doing that. But at least I'm not doing that for the series that's currently airing, so that's a little more considerate, but I'm not exactly doing myself any favors by saying, oh, hey, a character dies at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. I didn't list which one, but referring to my best friend died, like, who do you guess is Yusaku's best friend by the end of the series? Like, there are only so many people you can guess. Oh, God. Anyway, I've got 8 duels left after this, oh, God. Being a new player is suffering. I'm not gonna be any more prepared for 4's event either. I might be a little more prepared for Quentin's, depending on when that is. I don't even know how popular Quentin is, but I assume his hair is popular at least. I mean, sorry guys, Quentin has nice hair. And just because he didn't say anything doesn't mean I don't know who he is. Listen, Trey, listen. You may know how to understand dots, but, and that doesn't mean shit. I still know who was talking to you. Oh, God, why? This is how tired I am. I think my deck is starting to sense it. I think my deck is sensing how tired I am. Oh, you think decks can't sense that shit? Oh, you get over there and you tell me that to my face. You get over here and tell me that to my face. My deck tells me things all the time. All the time. It told me something just the other day. It said this. Hold on. I have to come up with an example that isn't too dark. It said recently to create things. Create to your heart's content. Create everything you desire. Okay, that just sounded creepy. Well, anyway. I wanted to win that, so that was the last win I needed. And I just failed. I lost. You know, I've been feeling very lightheaded lately. I think that I might be a bit dehydrated. But drinking a lot of water doesn't seem to help. And eating doesn't either. So I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, if you're curious what deck told me to start creating things, well, I'm talking about my tarot deck that speaks to me. Yes, my tarot deck speaks to me, shut up. Anyway, so my tarot deck has been very, very, honest with me. Very blunt, too. It does not hold back. And I'd just like to remind you all that, that decks can speak to you. And if you think they can't, you don't have one. I can tell when my decks are speaking to me. I've had trading cards speaking to me too. Like that time I was, like one time one of my decks in Vanguard was like, use me and you will win. And actually, that was true in at least one case. Using that deck actually did help me win in at least once. But what I really hate about just these feelings of sometimes when I just see my defeat, I'm like, can I just not? Can I just some confidence, please? Just some luck? Like, do I really have to lose? That doesn't. But still, apparently that's just how it is. Apparently that's just my life now. Apparently I just don't get to live a normal life anymore. I already gave up a normal life. Like, when was this? I can't remember. It was 1 year. It was before the coronavirus. It was, I think, at the end of 2017. Yeah, somewhere around there. Maybe it wasn't, but anyway. Point is, I've given up on living a normal life. I've also given up on getting a normal job. So if anyone wants to bug me about that, too bad. You can't. That should be 40 wins against Trey. Ugh. I didn't have to do this to myself on camera, but I felt like it was a nice chance to actually push myself to do it. Okay. Okay, the last thing that I believe I need to do to unlock 3 is... Actually, I'm hoping this is it. Anyway, so... I now have to win 7 times against him. Now, I no longer have the jets to do that with him 7 times. So... Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second. Yeah, wait. This is very simple multiplication. Okay, I fell short. I can only do it 6 times. Honestly, what do I do? I'm thinking it might be better to go do some rank duels, but I don't want to do any rank duels after everything I just went through. Okay, you go duel this person. I'm gonna turn voice acting on while I deal with some shit. I am very thirsty, guys. I had to fix this. I'm out of water. I said I was gonna turn voices back on, but they aren't on yet. Okay, I'm gonna get water while this still finishes up. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have water now. I should probably be drinking more of it, especially after all this recording. It would help my voice recover. But trust me, I'll be taking a break as soon as I finish up with some stuff. Oh, right. That didn't sound very convincing. It sounds like I'm still going to, well, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go duel someone else. It's you back there. No, I'm just taking a break. Taking a break. Nothing to worry about. I need to recover from this. I've dueled 3 so many times. I am just so sick of it. So sick of it. And if I have to do this with 4 as well, that's worse. I mean, I may love my revenge and all that, but come on. I'm not the most vengeful. I'm not very vengeful. Vengeance is not my default nature. When I say I want revenge, it's usually not very severe revenge. Like, usually I mean that I really do want to get revenge, but in most cases, just give me a rematch. That's what I want. But I do have a limit. I don't necessarily want to do something over and over just to get my revenge. I mean, that's not me at all. I actually don't hold many grudges. After a while, all my grudges just go away. Though I do have some grudges, but since I got over the hardest grudge I've ever developed, pretty sure my current one is going to go away too. Unless, of course, something as extreme as what 4 did happens to me. Which, if anything like that does happen, I'll probably become like Shark and they eat that person's guts. And by the way, I live with this person. This person that can make me so pissed off. I want revenge. Yes, I have to talk this slow so no one can hear me. As you may not know, I've got a grudge against my sister, and if she gets bad enough, that grudge could turn into something worse, much worse. Something that may never go away. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking like that. I hope I was quiet enough, and I hope I won't, I hope I will not be destroyed in my sleep. As much as I'm joking around here, there are very serious things going on. And, yeah, I sort of have to be careful. But I hate those eggshells on the floor, by the way. Wait, don't think I'm talking about actual eggshells, okay? I'm talking about the psychological kind of eggshells. I hate eggshells. I hate real eggshells and I hate the psychological kind. Eggshells suck. Okay, well, you know, I'm just sitting here and I just forgot to start another duel. Okay, auto duel. By the way, after this, I'm going to go back to dueling, Trey. I'm going to go back to dueling Trey. You know, I knew this person named Trey once. He was far worse than this Trey, though. He actually ended up being so bad, I was like, how the hell did this person never hurt me? How did I get away with being so brutal and he just didn't? He was a very bad person, but somehow I was spared. I was spared from any kind of pain and suffering. And I still don't know how that was accomplished, but I'm also very glad that I was not hurt in any way. Although it was very disturbing to know that I was so close to someone that could have just easily broken my bone or something. And this guy would tease me over and over, and it often ticked me off. Like, I mean, it's fine if you just... I mean, obviously, teasing can be all in good fun, but when I'm busy, do not distract me. I've actually been known to fall asleep when I'm bored. And the American education system has bored me to such an extent that I've fallen asleep. Like, I was talking earlier about having to read a certain book in high school. The Old Man and the Sea. It was a required thing to read. It's just about a man trying to catch a fish. It's just one man trying to catch a fish. Like, I may say a lot, but come on, I'm not that bad. I do not make an entire novel of me just doing one single thing. Without anyone else around, no less. That book was suffering. I actually fell asleep. I needed my mom to help me read that book. Like, I could read it. There was no barrier to me being able to read that book. It was just so boring that I needed someone around to keep me up. Because if I had to read it myself, it would not happen. It was that boring. Like, I've read things that are, like, I've read a lot of things that aren't as boring as that. Okay, I think I'm going back to doing 3 now. I go back and forth between calling him Trey and 3 just because. Okay, wait a minute. I can almost duel him 7 times. Okay, hold on, I'm going to duel someone else. Okay, you. I'm going to... No, get back here, I want to see your text. Okay. Red is first year. Green is second. And blue for third. Okay. Alright, well... I thought Yuma was in 8th grade. That was definitely a mistake on my part, but that's why I wanted to look at this, because I was like, oh wait, there's a problem here though. And because if Yuma was in 8th grade, then Shark and Rio don't have red. They aren't. So I made a mistake there. So there are 3 uniform colors, but I don't remember seeing anyone wearing the blue uniform. Okay, now I auto-duel you. So basically in Japan, middle school starts when you're 12. So I was very confused when I recalled that Yuma is 13, which would put him in 8th grade according to Japan. But he wasn't wearing the 2nd year uniform, so I was like, wait, hold on a second. So there was some confusion there. Like, I would not be surprised if you always held back a grade for some reason. Although I don't think that Japan actually does that. Of course, this is fiction, so anything goes, I guess. You know, I haven't given a lot of thought to Japan's school system, but I actually forget that I actually didn't take into consideration that there are likely American equivalents to things I see in Japanese media, and I'm like, wait, that exists here too, and it's like, concepts. They're just, I mean, come on. I mean, it is pretty surprising when I think about it because it's not like everything is separated by culture. I mean, there's some overlap. And some things are just normal ways to have structure. And normal ways of teaching students how structure works and all that. Like, for example, like in the United States, there's a student body, and there's apparently also a nurse's aide, and I was like, wait, America did that too? And yeah. The nurse's aide part I saw when I was watching Madoka Magica. Yeah, I had to make sure that I said that series name correctly, but yeah, I had to remember. So, yeah, the nurse's aide came in, and I was like, wait a minute. And my dad was talking about being the nurse's aide when he was a kid, and I was like, wait, that was in America too? And I don't know why I thought that some things can only be a thing in Japan. I mean, that's pretty stupid to think about. Like, oh, I was introduced to this thing that I heard about in Japan because my schooling wasn't traditional, and I didn't attend public school and have a normal high school education. But actually, yeah, the American education system does have some equivalents to things I've seen in anime, and yeah, that's a thing. Oh god. You know, I kind of just want to lose every single duel. It's like I just want to stop trying. Usually I'm competitive, but now I'm just, I don't really want to fight. I just want the duel to end. Okay, it's my turn. I looked away for a second because I'm just so tired. Again, I'm not actually interested in being competitive. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Okay, whatever, I just said I wasn't. I just realized I could have won that. But I chose to just not win instead. But that's okay because I already did say that I almost want to just not bother. Alright, it's my turn. This is called pain. I don't know what to do. Okay, what should I do? My opponent still has enough to negate. I'm not doing that one. Okay, Utopia it is. Utopia it is. I do not think this will help me win, but, if I lose these next 7 all these duels, I'm fine with that. I am just so tired of having to win. Like, winning is nice and all that, but I hate the requirement, dude. I hate the requirement. Oh, and by the way, I've lost. I'm gonna attack anyway. That was the dumbest thing I could have ever done, but I did it regardless because I was just so mad. Yes. Okay. I'm going to attack with Utopia. Alright. I don't like that card. Oh, God. Well, I end my turn. It has been very difficult to build up my identity as a YouTuber. I mean, I've initially questioned if I will actually keep this up, but considering the amount of effort I've put into posting all these videos, I'm thinking this is the real deal. I'm thinking I actually am dedicated to this and I actually will stick with it. Which is something, I suppose. I can just tell my therapist that things are working out. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to tell her that I've got... Okay, you know what? And now he dies. Ugh. And I lose again. I don't really care. I'm just gonna do whatever. But, you know, the worst part is I actually wanted to put up a fight. But I'm just so exhausted from putting up a fight that it's torture. Like, I want to win, sure, but I don't like winning too much. I mean, winning, you have to, wait, what's going, oh yeah, I unlocked the next episode. Hello, 4. You must have a lot of free time. Dude, what about your free time? You too are taking a vacation to a virtual world. Oh my god, Trey. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, but unlike you, yeah, sure. You can't disappoint. Okay, whatever. Yeah, sure. And Trey's like, right. Well, to be honest, that's probably not the same kind of right that I just came out with. Quattro, I've been thinking, what do you think of Duel Links? I love this world. There's no shortage of opponents to duel. Okay, well, guess what? Good. Just come back. They built an entire world out of memories. What are you talking about? I do that all the time. Okay, no, I don't. But I do make entire worlds based around concepts like abstract things. So, I'm saying that I've built worlds out of abstract concepts. Like, for example, the imagination. I made up an entire setting once that's with the sole purpose of getting out of writer's block. I am now attached to that setting, and I'm now crap. How do I make this world into something marketable? Yeah. And I've also come up with this idea, like, I've got writer's block, so, here's a concept where, okay, there's this thing called blocks, you fight them, blah, blah, blah. And then I started, playing Maggie Record, and I'm like, dude, this is eerily similar to when I died years ago. Like, am I going to be sued? Like, am I going to be sued or something? No, really, would I be sued? Okay, seriously, I doubt that. I'm just paranoid sometimes. Similarities do not mean you're going to get sued. My concept is better anyway, so, you know. Who uses this much technology for a game? Seto Kaiba. This is getting dark. Oh, wow. If they're that talented, I'd have data on them, but I have nothing. It's weird. It's weird. You know what's even more weird? Actually, can I even outdo that level of weird? Oh, like, when you think about it, like, when you can do something, like, when you're known for doing something. Okay, actually, that's coming out wrong. Okay. Let me start over. Let's say you have this very amazing skill. You're good at getting information. But somehow, someone or a group, you don't have information on them. Nothing shows up. It's like they just came out of thin air. And you're confused. Yeah, that is weird. It's like, how can you have this skill and you're known for having data on absolutely everyone and you don't hear us. So, yeah, that's definitely very weird. What are you implying? If there are duelists we don't know. Oh, by the way, I have to interrupt right here. I like Force Pose. He's just, I can't help it. I just like his pose. It's like, actually, that reminds me that I've drawn a lot of art with that pose, and I've noticed that, and I'm like, it's driven me nuts. But I don't have the energy to do something about it, so I haven't done anything about it. But still, I've noticed. I've got so much artwork in that pose. I just like it, okay? And that means someone created them from their memories. These duelists must have existed in the past. Okay, that is very terrifying. Actually, they may be duelists from... No. What are you talking about, dude? Slow down for a slight, dude. Dude, calm down. This is no big deal. But if they're not from the future, maybe they're from another dimension. A different dimension? What the hell? Forrest's like, dude, what are you on? And can I have some of it? My gut says the existence of Duel Links is connected with our investigation. Or maybe you're overthinking everything. Okay, listen. Overthinking things is an art. It is something you perfect. Okay, overthinking things is not healthy, yeah. Trey should, he should, not freak out over this. I'm known for overthinking too. I think back, we found Duel Links out of the blue. You'd think they'd advertise a game this big. And have you heard of this company called Kaiba Corp? Quattro, dude, can you just shut up? Can you just shut up? You're going batshit. And this is just a theory, but maybe Duel Links came to our dimension from another dimension. That makes Duel Links itself a current anomaly, an alien artifact from another world. Kaiba Corp is still on Earth. Okay, I'm not going to question that. I have all kinds of dreams where I go to alternate planet Earths. Yeah, that's right. I go to alternate planet Earths. And sometimes I go to other planets. I like that one time I went to Uranus and I'm like, I can't go to Uranus. Uranus is a gassy planet. There's no solid land on Uranus, and my mind is like, so what is this logic? Come on. There must be land on Uranus in at least some realm, right? Why are you questioning me? We're on Uranus, okay? Stop asking questions. Yeah, my dreams are weird. Are you listening to yourself? You and your imagination? Okay, listen, Quattro. I've built entire worlds out of my imagination. I've built all kinds of worlds just by using my imagination. One day, I hope that is my career. So, you know what? You may not value your brother's imagination, but it is valid, okay? Don't laugh at him. Don't. His imagination is important. It's the kind of thing that a lot of people try to say to kids, you're too old for this kind of shit. And I'm like, no one is ever too old for having an imagination. No one is too old for this or that. If it's enjoyable for you, do it. Unless you're hurting people, then don't do it. Hurting people is very bad, but as long as you're not hurting people and it makes you happy, then you can do it. You can do it. Your interests do not have a time limit. Just enjoy what you've got. Don't think that you've got to grow up, because part of growing up is maintaining your interests and not having to give them up. You just have extra responsibilities and power to invest more into your hobbies and shit. You know, giving people with a lot of hobbies a bunch of money is probably a bad idea. I know you love chronometers, but this is taking it too far. Shut up. Shut up. I'm serious, Quattro. Okay, I'll leave the thinking to you and Quentin. I'll just keep doing what I'm here to do. God, Quattro, seriously. I just want to punch you right now. Although I'm sure you'd punch me back, but whatever. But if you really think Duel Links is an alien artifact, you need to find proof. Find proof? Well, guess what? Every major scientific investigation requires an imagination. Before you can find proof, you must be insane enough to think that proof exists. That's it. That's why humans are still looking for aliens. Because they are insane enough to know that they need scientific evidence to prove that aliens exist. But because they are going out in search of aliens, they are looking for proof of the aliens. They aren't just being like, aliens exist. Scientific minds are going out there. They are building technology to find aliens. This is not fiction. They are going out there doing all kinds of scientific things. And three is going to be down with that. He's going to find the proof. So 4 will stop calling him out for having an imagination. So 4 will actually take this shit seriously. And Trey's like, I understand. I'll find evidence that Duel Links is connected to another world. Okay, cool, you do it. And Quattro's like, I don't really believe it. I don't believe you're going to do it. But you know what? 3's definitely going to do it. Quentin's going to do it too. Quentin might even be the one to do it, but whatever. If you meet an opponent you can't defeat, give your brother a holler and I'll help. Shut up, dude. You're the one ridiculing your brother's beliefs, so stop. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Duelist. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I remember. At episode 2, possessed duelists start to appear. So, possessed duelist, I'm going to destroy you. What do I do? Existence of the another dimension. You know what, Trey? I support you. I'm with you. Find proof of that Duel Links is connected to another dimension. I am on your side. Do not let your brother laugh at you. Do not let him ridicule what you know is true. You can do it. You can do it. Oh. Quattro, you did this to my voice. Now I need a bunch of water to recover. Like I said, I'll roast even my favorite characters. Every single one of them. I'm not sure how well I'm going to do against. I don't think I can roast every character out there, but I can pretty much roast most of the characters in this game. Alright, that's awesome, you won. You keep pointing, Trey. You keep pointing, you show your brother who has the... You show your brother the power of science. Quitting you too, don't slack off. Possessed duelists now appear in Duel World. Yeah, you basically just said that. Yuma is gathering numbers again in a whole new world. But that's what you do when you want to help your friend, and I'll help you. My brothers and I are investigating the link between Duel Links and other dimensions. Quattro said he was not taking part in that. What you're doing and what we're doing may seem like different tasks, but I disagree. If I'm right, Duel Links is going to get tougher. You are right, Trey. It will get much, much tougher. I fought against you in the past, but this time we'll fight together. Okay, because you're not alone. The bond we built through our battles will be our strength. There's still so much more I need to do to prepare. It's crazy that I abducted a... Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. I nearly read that as it's crazy that I abducted aliens in the past. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. You did not abduct any aliens. Okay. It's crazy. Wait a minute. How did you abduct Astral in the past? Oh my god, I forgot. Wow. It's crazy that I abducted Astral in the past, but we'll now need to fight side by side. Because Barren World is going to invade this world. Well, you know what, Barren World? You better get your ass over here. Okay, well, that's interesting. It says he's available as a duelist now. So I can just... Duel Links, stop. I think it's actually my computer that's at fault, but I just can't help it. It's like, whenever there's an error, I have to just be like, would you stop? But this really is ridiculous. I mean, this is a card game. We're not talking about something like World of Warcraft or any other massive MMO. We're talking about a card game. How much can a card game do to a computer? A lot, apparently, a lot. Okay, God of Destruction. Oh, yes, I am definitely the God of Destruction. Okay, and now I can still do the rest of the 60 duels, but yeah, I'm still going to need to do that if I want to unlock the other episodes. Now, what is the current episode out? I want to try to prioritize based on which episodes has been released. I know that I'm quite behind, but I'll catch up quickly now that I know what's up. Okay. So, to get to... Okay, so the current episode is episode 3. And the 4th episode is going to be unlocked on September 5th. What I want to do is I want to make sure I unlock everything. So I want to see how many points I can get. This is going to be painful, but you know, you do things for what you want. You do things for what you want. You work for it. I am willing to do this. I am willing to go that extra mile to do everything. I may not like it. I may hate it. I may think like it's the most painful thing in the world. But I'm going to do it. Anyway. I just have to be honest. I'm starting to really like these events. And actually, I actually wanted like a massive Yu-Gi-Oh crossover involving all of the protagonists and past characters. But then I got to writing, and I'm just like, okay, no, that should never happen. That should never happen. Because I ran into this problem where actually I know how difficult that would be. And I'm not even the most experienced writer out there. I'm not professional by any means. But I can tell how difficult it would be to pull off what I want. And I'm just like, yeah. I think it's better that each show stays relatively separate. And that's how I got over my salt over Sevens not being what I wanted it to be. Okay, give me a second. You are attacking me. I just want these duels out of the way as quickly as possible. Quattro, you made me use my voice a lot. There was a lot of passion in that voice, but God. That may be the loudest I've been in a long time. Okay. Give me a second. So, I couldn't help but notice. You've got a monster, and I don't. Well, this is now just a bunch of free, just some friendly duels. Just some friendly duels. Let's just have some fun. Nothing's on the line here or anything. But I definitely do not. Wait. I definitely do not. I mean, absolutely do not go easy in any duel. And now, if I seem easy to beat, that's because your deck is better. So, yeah. Okay, nice. I'm doing pretty well over here, but I could be doing much better. No. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to attack that person. I'm going to attack that monster. And I'm going to attack this. Okay, I end my turn. I'm gonna do Trey 60 times, and then I'll be able to get to work on everything else. I'm actually waiting for the Barians to invade. There are things I want. You know one of my biggest complaints about Nash? He's wearing no pants. Come on, Nash, have some decency. And Nash is like, he acts like it's no big deal too. He doesn't even talk about it. It's not brought up at all by anyone. Not even the other Barians, which are like, why are you not wearing any pants? No, the entire cast is just, they ignore it. And I'm thinking, guys, seriously? Okay, I attack. I attack you directly. Send monster cards to the graveyard. You don't need any of those. Alright. He managed. Oh god. Now he has 2 monsters on the field. Well, you know. Things happen. Things happen. And, you know, that's how it is. That's how things go. Alright, I want to bring Utopia out to the field. I have to make sure that the rock is not part of this. The rock cannot be part of this because it's level 5. That's actually a good thing because, you know, he's the one equipped with the Axe of Despair, so yeah. Rise on up, Utopia. Come out. You know when it said that, when it said that Trey was unlocked, I almost didn't believe it for a second. That's why I went to check, just to double check. Can you stop? Well, I'm going to destroy this card. Okay, in turn. Turn's over. You know, as much as I criticized Quattro for thinking that Trey's imagination is getting the better of him, I think most people would probably laugh at a claim like that. But I don't, because I live a weird life. I actually believe in a lot of things that other people would think are ridiculous. I also have spiritual experiences that a lot of people would not believe. But you know what I think about that? Well, listen guys, my spiritual path found me. I didn't find it on my own. There was some some of my spiritual, I wouldn't say that anything has been forced on me, but definitely a lot going on. And while I would say nothing is forced on me, well, I definitely do have a lot of, I have a lot of things that, you know, I just don't appreciate when people laugh at. Because, I mean, listen, if you guys knew some of the things that I've experienced, you might think that my imagination is getting... Well, anyway, I know that a lot of things... Okay, well, I guess it's a bit of a sensitive topic, apparently. Had no idea. But I don't like when someone is laughed at for things they think are possible. Like, I've experienced a bunch of shit, and I do not want to hear that's just my imagination, or my imagination is great. Though that is indeed very much a compliment. I just don't really like when people do that to me. It's basically an insult. Because some of the things I experience are very, very real. I'm not going to take it hands down, like, you know. If you insult my spiritual experiences and invalidate them based on this or that logic, that's definitely going too far. You shouldn't. A lot of things I experience are not in my imagination. I know that I'm taking this a bit too seriously, but I just felt that it was important to mention this. Because my main audience versus the other audience, which is people that will be watching this video, I just want you guys to know that a lot of my spiritual experiences are very real. And by the way, they don't interfere with the laws of physics, so, you know, I'm not going to make wild claims like, you know, that I'm not going batshit. But in any case, yeah, I've just gone through a lot. And I've got a lot of weird things going on with me right now, but that in no way means that I'm insane or that my imagination is just... I've seen a lot of people acting like what I experience isn't legitimate. And that's like, dude, my experiences are mine. You don't get to invalidate them. So yeah, I'm coming in here to just say that, yeah, I've got some experiences that I will be sharing on this channel. And those of you that watch this video may think that they're ridiculous. You may think some of my beliefs are weird and out there. But they are legitimately what I've experienced. So, if you see anything on this channel that you think are weird, yeah, I know a lot of things I experience are weird, but don't just insult what I know is happening to me. Don't laugh at me. Don't think that my imagination is just... Don't think that it's just in my head and my imagination. I just don't. That's not right. There are already too many people out there invalidating some of the experiences I've been through. And I don't like that. I don't accept it. Part of this channel is in fact going to be about... is actually going to be about that. About some of that. It's going to be about some of that stuff that people hate on. The aspects of my experiences that absolutely no one takes seriously, that not everyone takes seriously. But they are what they are. And those of you that aren't familiar with those things, you may think my imagination is, you may think it's very good and vivid and all that, but a lot of things just, I can't make everything up. I'm creative, but I'm not able to make everything up. I'm not that good. Now I'm going to make another video of me discussing this when I'm finished with the last duels as 3. The last duels against 3, because I do want to bring this up. I want people to know that not everything I experience is socially acceptable or seen as normal, and it may be the norm to think that's ridiculous. But don't insult what I believe. Don't insult what I've been through. It's just not right to laugh at someone for what they've been through. It's just not. Anyway, more information coming in the next video. For now, I just finished the duels against 3. Oh, is this episode 3? I'm not sure if it is. Actually, wait. I'm the winner of this duel. Yep. Hey, yep. Way to go, Trey. Thanks. I didn't expect to find so many duelists who are possessed by numbers. But I didn't expect to find chronometers either. I wonder if they're related. You think there's a reason why numbers and chronometers are both showing up? It's too much of a coincidence if they're not. I get it. Well, actually, I don't get it. But you're the smart one. Can there really be a connection between numbers and chronometers? Something bothering you, Astral? No, it is nothing. But look, Yuma. There is a new number you must face. Another one? Can't I ever take a break? Yuma, Astral, let's go. They're level 40 now. That is just so terrifying. Special. Yep, I unlocked 3. That's nice. I love it. Actually, I wonder which of the... hold on. Let me scroll through this. Okay, obviously, the characters I've unlocked are probably going to... You know what? This is just stupid. Okay. You have to summon Stardust Dragon 10 times against Kaylin? Really? You don't think that's... Wow. Okay, well... Give me a second. I have to look at how many duels I've got left. Okay, I've got 4. So anyway, in the next video, I have more to say about what 4 did and said. But actually, I'm not really going to be talking about 4 that much in the next video. I'm just going to be talking about how even though my channel is going to have some weird shit on it, you shouldn't just laugh at me for it. And because I do find that to be incredibly insensitive. And my experiences are mine. And now, if you're on the other side of this, like, you're the kind of person that has been there, done that, well, you're probably wondering, you probably don't even understand what's going on in this video. But I'm also surprised if you're actually watching this. So anyway, I've got sort of some I've got different targets as an audience. Like the current content I've been producing covers like anime and stuff and games to some extent. But there's spiritual stuff that I'll be covering too, which is a different audience. But it also brings up the possibility, well, no one really knows everything I've experienced. And no one really has heard of some of the things I'll be talking about. So it's kind of difficult to know how to respond to certain things that just sound completely weird. If you've never heard of something before, it's easy to just dismiss it and think it doesn't make any sense. But it's really important that you guys just know from the get-go that, yeah, I experienced weird shit. But I really hope that you guys can be fine with that without just destroying me at every turn. I mean, people like me are out there, and there is an audience. And when I'm playing this game, I'm constantly reminded that there are a lot of things that are different about me. I'm not like everyone else, and that gets to me sometimes, but not all the time. I just know that there are things about me that differ from the norm. And I really don't want that to freak anyone out, but I do need some understanding, and I hope that some of you will come to appreciate the kinds of experiences that I've had, and that you can learn about all these various experiences that I've gone through. I really just want to educate and spread the word about something I go through, just to counteract the kind of toxicity. I want to counter some of the negative backlash that happens with people like me, because that's very, very important. There are people that are starting to think people like me don't exist. And I feel like it's my mission to set things right. I have to start educating people like, no, people like me exist. People like me are valid. I do not take this. I do not appreciate being invalidated. I do not appreciate being viewed like what I've experienced isn't real. I don't like to be insulted, and I don't like to hide because I'm afraid of what people are going to say, or I'm afraid that people are going to just take things too far. Like, if you're going to say that I'm insane, say it right. I've got depression, and I've got an anxiety disorder. So if you want to call me insane, please use it within that line of reasoning. Use the things I've been diagnosed with, the conditions I'm being treated for. And I know this really does seem like a very weird rant to go on, but it's a very important one. Because since a lot of people aren't familiar with some of the things I'll be introducing on this channel, I have to make a request that you guys just try to be open-minded. I mean, there are a lot of people that insult people like me. They just insult my experiences, like they are just less valid. People do that all the time because well, they think it's okay to just attack people for experiencing something in a different way. I want to set the education straight. I want people to understand. I want people to see the other side of the coin. The kind of experiences that I've had and the ways I've benefited from them. And the fact that I've benefited greatly from some of the things that aren't so common for people to experience. But I've gotten to this point because of people that rejected me. I feel like I'm an outcast on this planet, like I don't belong. I feel like there's nothing about me that fits being on planet Earth. I may be physically human, but I don't always feel like I'm treated like a human. And there are things that give me great comfort in times when I need support. But when no one else is around to give me that support, I really appreciate what I've got. Because I have companions and friends similar to Astral here. I've got friends and companions similar to Yamiyuki. I've got friends and companions similar to what Jaden and Yubel have. And Wings Crabo, in Jaden's cases. I've got a lot of things that they may not be normal and they may not be commonly understood, but I've got legitimacy. I just want to educate people and just do my best to spread information that is accurate. I do like to see both sides of the issue, but I have to say that my experiences are valid. I'm not going to let anyone invalidate them, or my feelings, or anything I've been through. But it's all too easy for people that don't know the experience to just immediately hate on it. It's very, very easy. And I'm just saying, don't hate on me. Don't think that my experiences, just because they're different from yours, that I don't have. I'm looking for acceptance, really. I'm never going to stop feeling like an outcast if I don't give people a chance. But at the same time, giving people a chance doesn't mean I have to educate them. And there are many cases where I'll get hurt just for pursuing this kind of goal, this kind of path. But getting hurt is something I've had happen to me quite a bit. It may sting a bit, but I really just want to be accepted just like everyone else. I don't want my experiences to just leave me out. I don't want my experiences to make my fears a reality. what I'm experiencing is indeed very healthy. And I believe it's extremely valid. But sometimes people just, they don't like that people are different. People tend to judge what they don't understand. And I am definitely one of those people that people don't understand. I know that it kind of makes me sound like a dick to say it, but I just don't like, I don't like how I've grown up. I've grown up feeling like I have to hide who I am. And if I keep doing that, no one's going to come into my life that can prove that I am able to be accepted. And that my experiences do not change. Like, my experiences are valid. Not everyone is going to hate on them. I'm willing to take that risk. I know how much I'll get hated on. I know how many people are going to start attacking me or whatever, but I need to reach out to at least some people. I need to reach out and make an effort to at least see if some people can understand. And I know this may seem a bit off topic with a Yu-Gi-Oh video, but listen, guys, you've seen me dueling Trey for a long time. Being off topic isn't necessarily a bad thing when you consider that. But yeah, I'm taking the risk of exposing myself on YouTube. That's right, I'm exposing myself. And I know that a lot of things that I experience may very well get me a lot of criticism. But the reason that I'm here today is because of my experiences. Because I've experienced certain things, I can now say that I can interact with people in a much better way than I could before. It may sting. It may have stung when I was rejected growing up. But I'm trying to give people the chance to prove that just because I grew up in a certain way, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be rejected by everyone. And it kind of does hurt because I just don't know how many people are willing to actually respond to what I've experienced in a positive way. However, I'm bringing this up in a Yu-Gi-Oh video because there are characters in Yu-Gi-Oh that experience that basically experience similar things. I just want some people to understand where I'm coming from, to understand why I value some of the experiences I've had, why I just don't like to be viewed so negatively. And now, am I willing to handle the backlash, the criticism, all of it? Yes. Yes, I am. Every single YouTuber that probably inspired me to start this channel has gotten a lot of hate. So, I'm not going to get any more hate compared to any of them. I mean, those people have way more subscribers than I'm ever likely to get. But I also want to strongly emphasize that my bonds with non-physical beings, they are valid. I view myself in a way that I'm starting to think that, well, there's actually a lot of debate about people like me. Like, there's too much of a debate around this. Now, I'm dancing around the topic right now because I'm trying to duel. I'm trying to duel, that's it. I'm talking, but I'm also trying to do. And when I come back for the next video, I'm going to start discussing some of the things that I've gone through. And I probably won't make that video as long as this one, but I don't mind, since I've unlocked Trey, and I can just make sure that I have unlocked Trey as the video title. And now, it is indeed true that I've got a great imagination, but what Forrest said does remind me of how people would react to the kind of experiences I've had. Although there is another side of the spectrum where some people think that what I've experienced isn't real because I'm not. Okay, well, there are plenty of people that just attack people like me, and I'm like, I'd like to be more specific, but I've been talking for a long time, and I'm still trying to duel, so having to do both at the same time is very difficult. So in the next video, I'll explain to you what I'm like, who I am, and why I so desperately want to be accepted for who I am, and why I don't want to think that I'm an outcast. I want to think there's a place for me to belong here on planet Earth. But in order to believe that, I have to give people a chance. The only problem here is, well, I don't know how things are going to go. I don't know how things are going to turn out. And because it is a heavy risk to come out with something. Hold on. If you're fighting for those you love, then I'll fight for you. I'll help you duel against the numbers. We fought against each other in the past, but this time, I'll fight by your side. I already know that I've been through a lot. But my a lot is just so great. So much greater because I've had spirits with me for a long time. They've helped me cope with the horrible realities of life. They've helped me during times of hardship. And I appreciate those. I appreciate that. But I know that there are going to be people that still don't accept what I've got to offer. They aren't going to be open to learning what I've got to say. And those people are not the ones that my channel is trying to reach. I'm trying to reach people that have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm trying to reach people who for the first time will see what I'm talking about on my channel. People that will learn things from me, and hopefully those who have already made up their mind won't destroy me. I've been through so much already. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I've had a lot. I've had a lot going on. because I'm not normal, I've seen a lot of judgment. And I'm actually very commonly, there are actually other things that just there are other things about me that have been criticized and invalidated. But I felt alone for a long time while living on this planet. So these spirits have been all I've had. For a long time now, I've honestly hidden away from the world. I've hid everything about myself that I possibly could. And I haven't been giving others a chance. I haven't been giving others the chance to accept me as the person I am. And now, sometimes people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community can be rather toxic. Sometimes that's a thing. But if you're going to be toxic, well, that just means I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to speak to people that I can reach. People that are open enough to accept who I am. I'm really putting emphasis on that. Since I want to be accepted, I'm just trying to develop the courage to speak about some of the experiences I've had. And now, it's not easy. I'm making myself vulnerable by deciding I want to include my spiritual experiences on this channel. But I do. I want people to know these things. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest thing to do, because I know that I'll probably get into some heated drama. Oh, but not because I'll be responding to it like they'd respond to my videos. It's more that there would just be a lot of people hating on me in the comment section, and I'd be like, I'll just respond to the people that aren't doing that. Although part of me would have the fight part of me would want to respond to haters. Some part of me does have that urge, but I have to resist. Must resist. Okay, I'm starting to see how the point system works. Yeah, wow. I've been through so much that I have to be able to handle the way things are. I mean, if I bring out my vulnerable experiences, there are going to be people that criticize me. But that's really no big deal, because I've been criticized before, long before I even had these spirits with me. If I wasn't treated the way I was treated back as a child, I might be similar to everyone else. But I'm not like that because of so much that's happened to me. So I'm on YouTube to lay down my cards. I'm here to show everyone what I've got, who I am. I'm here to show everyone what makes me different, but I'm here to find people that will accept me. And yes, I know YouTube is not the best platform to get that, but this is not just about me. It's about everyone that has experiences like mine. People that interact with non-physical entities regularly. People who have companions in a similar manner as what I've described. It's not just me that will be targeted and attacked. What I'm doing right now is important. What I'm doing right now has to be done. Or no one will ever come to accept the ones. No one will ever come to understand. No one will ever come to accept and understand anything that's different if those people aren't able to advocate for themselves. I know that everything I'm going to do is going to be a huge risk. It's going to be painful at times because I'm not used to opening myself up, but I'm doing it because I feel like I have to. Now, why do I feel like I have to do this? Well, there is something very important to emphasize here. I cannot stop feeling like an outcast if I don't actually give people that chance. If I don't extend my hand and ask if someone is willing to accept me for who I am, I'm never going to find I'm never going to find a community that accepts me. I'm never going to be able to fully express who I truly am. So if I really, really want to find something... Oh wow, I've got a friend request. Anyway, if I want something, I have to do something to at least demonstrate that I can, well, now I'm just getting tired of talking. In any case, I have to put myself out there. But part of that is finding myself. There are things about me that I still don't know. And there are things about me that I feel I might be able to learn. And there are ways I may be able to grow and improve by using a platform like YouTube. Maybe I need to be a YouTuber to learn certain things. But it does deeply hurt when I consider when I consider all the things I've been through and how some people reject it. Now, like I said, in the next video, I'll start actually going into some terminology, but you'll have to wait for an official video that best explains the terminology. And because I'm going to be honest here, I'm not the best at explaining shit on the spot. Okay. I'm trying to do what I can. I'm trying to be less closed. But I must admit that sometimes I do get a bit terrified. It's definitely not easy to come out of your shell when you know the kind of shit you'll get in return. But I'm hoping that some people aren't going to just shit on me. Like, I'm able to handle some backlash and hatred. I'm not able to handle large swarms of communities and just coming to my channel to downvote me or whatever bullshit they can come up with. I am here to express myself. I am here to find myself. I am here to be me. I am not here to satisfy haters. I mean, obviously, I want to make content that people enjoy, but for me to do that, I have to know where to start. And where do I start? Well, I start with the content I want to create first. And later, I'll eventually realize, hey, people seem to really love this kind of content, so I should make more of this. So, I mean, it's going to take a while for me to even have any kind of information for me to take that into consideration. But, yeah. That's going to conclude this video. I'm going to go into another one, into my next one, and I'm going to start explaining some of my experiences and some of the things I'm planning to go into after my avatar has been completed. Which is going to be soon, I must confess. So get ready for it. Anyway, this is Lorena, signing out.